Hey, check it out. I am Tom Reber, the dude behind the Contractor Fight. And welcome to Contractor Fight TV, where we help you bring respect back to yourself, back to your trade, make more money, and build a stronger contracting business. And today, I want to welcome you to part 2 in a series that we're doing on content marketing for your contracting business. Today, we're going to talk about some of the benefits of content marketing. So make sure you stick around, check out the next few minutes, and learn how content marketing can help you build a stronger contracting business. Why in the world should you even bother with this content marketing thing? I got to produce content, like write blogs, do videos, whatever the heck we're going to talk about here. Why should I bother? Okay, well, last time, in the first part of this series, we talked about what content marketing is and how it's about you being the expert, establishing yourself, positioning yourself as the expert in your industry. Okay, and guys, when you're the expert, okay, just to review here, remember, people trust you more. You stand apart. You can charge more money. We talked about all these things. You can build stronger partnerships with people. All right, and at the end of the day, by default, because you're visible, because you're everywhere with your content, you're like the answer man in your industry. You are going to be trusted more than the other schmoes in your area. All right, so those are some of the just quick benefits that we talked about last time about establishing trust. But here I want to share, 3, 4, 5 other benefits that you might not be thinking of here that make it worthwhile for you to produce content and really take this whole content marketing thing seriously. Now, real quick, years and years ago, I started producing content for my painting company outside of Chicago. And I was writing blogs, and I was simply writing one blog a month. I didn't know what I was doing. I just heard that we should be doing this content thing, all right? And about a year after I started writing content, writing blogs, I got a call from this guy. And we went out and I knocked on his door, and he's like, "Hey, you're the guy from the company that I've seen online." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, check this out." He says, "We about a year ago, keep this in mind, about a year ago, I had to remove some wallpaper in my house, in my kids' room or whatever it was, and it wasn't coming off for me. So I went to Google and I said, how to remove wallpaper, and an article that your company wrote was there, it listed all the steps, and it helped me out." And I said, "Wow, that's pretty cool." And he says, "Yeah, the paper came right off." And then he says, about 3 or 4 months ago, my kid opened the door really fast to his bedroom, put the doorknob through the wall, all right? And I'm not very good at drywall repair, so the guy says to me, I just went to Google. Okay, and I typed in how to repair drywall, and wouldn't you know it, another article, and I did what it said, and it helped me out, and it was great. And I said, "Well, man, it sounds like you're a do-it-yourselfer. Why in the world did you call me to come out here? What am I doing?" He goes, it was either him or his wife. He goes, "We just got transferred with the job, and we got 2 weeks to get this house on the market, and I got to paint this thing top to bottom, and I don't have time. And I just figured that you were the one to call, because every time I went online, you were the one standing there with the answer." Guys, I had expert status, and I want to say that turned into like a $15,000, $20,000 project for us to go in and paint a bunch of this guy's house. All because a year earlier, I made the commitment to produce content for my company. And I'll tell you what, things are always going to change. Tactics are always going to change, but I will forever be committed to producing content in any business that I'm ever a part of. All right? So listen, here's some benefits, guys, of this whole content thing quickly. Number 1, your content is evergreen. That means I shoot this video today, it is going to get thousands of views over the next several years unless I take it down. All right? You write a blog post like I did a year earlier about wallpaper removal, and a year later, 2 years later, 5 years later, 10 years later, okay, that content is still there. And the cool thing is, maybe you make some changes to some stuff. You want to tweak it, you can still go into Google and you can change it in your website and tweak some things and whatever, but that content is evergreen. All right, you spend the time to make it, and it doesn't go away. Versus when you just run an ad in a magazine, okay, or you do one of those mailers, okay. And I'm not saying those work or don't work. All I'm saying is when you put it in the envelope or you mail the thing out, unless you keep paying for it over and over and over, nobody sees it. All right, so content is evergreen. Content can be repurposed. Okay, we're going to talk about that in one of the later videos about how you can repurpose the content that you're creating right now and use it in your sales process, use it in different marketing channels and things like that. Another benefit is when you produce content, it makes you a company of value to the buyer. And that's about building a great brand. That guy called me, okay, because 2 other times we added value to his life. And that was the brand, that was the positioning that we established with this guy, is that we were a company of value that was there to help. And he figured, like he said, you must be the guys to call, because every time I go to Google, you're the ones there helping people. All right. Content marketing, on average, is at least 1/3 the cost, less the cost of other traditional marketing things. All right, we won't get into that right now, but we'll get into that in one of the other videos. And here's the other cool thing, guys. The benefit of it, maybe you can't rub 2 damn nickels together right now in your business. You can start right now. If you have a phone, a video camera, if you have thumbs that can type, if you have a talk-to-text thing, the voice memo thing on your phone, you can create content. Okay? You don't need to save up a bunch of money. You don't need to hire a fancy marketing company and all this other garbage. Okay? Right now, you can start, so there's no excuses to do this. So listen, my challenge today as we wrap this up, take advantage of this opportunity that you have to make a huge dent in your trade, in your area, and establish yourself as the expert like we talked about. Take advantage of these benefits that we talked about to content marketing. All right, now listen, if you're also wanting more help with this, you can check out our Contractor Fight Night monthly trainings. Just go to thecontractorfight.com and look for Fight Night, or just Google Contractor Fight Night and Tom Reber and all that other crap, and you'll find it. We'll also put a link in the description here. Coming up, stay tuned for part 3 in this whole thing. And that's the different types of content that you can produce for your business. And don't forget our daily tips. Tips the word tips. Text the word tips, damn it, to 719-299-3852. 3852. Hasta la Cuervo. We'll see you guys next time on Contractor Fight TV.